Yeah.
Hi guys, Susie here. Welcome to my 10-week pregnancy vlog. So guys, we're 10 weeks, we're double digits or double figures as they say on some of the UK vlogs. Anyway, we're double figures and the baby is continuing to grow. The baby is now as big as a strawberry, or it says a prune in some apps, but a strawberry just sounds cuter to me, so let's go with strawberry. The baby's joints are starting to function. All of the internal organs are fully developed, and there's some hair growth and fingernails are starting to form. Not all babies will have hair, but a lot of the babies will start to develop hair at this point. What else was interesting? Oh, and the baby is starting to swallow and kick inside the womb, and I thought that was all really interesting. And so what's going on with me? Well, before I start talking about what's going on with me, I have a few things to talk about today, but I just have to apologize. I'm actually shooting this video at like 9 o'clock at night while my baby is asleep. This video is late, and so I don't really have any other option than to film it right now. But anyway, to make a long story short, the whole reason I said all that is because I have to apologize for the shadows in the back. I'm filming in a dark room and I only have a ring light. I don't have soft boxes or anything like that, so this video isn't going to be as visually pleasing as some of my other videos. But anyway, on that note, I did decide that I'm ordering like a vlogging camera. So I'm ordering a YouTube camera. It's called the Canon G7X and it is extremely clear. So my channel is not going to change a whole lot, but what the G7X is going to allow me to do is shoot in different locations, like in my house. So you guys don't have to just see me sitting in front of this boring background all the time. So yeah, so I'm getting that. I got a new laptop. I have some lighting on the way. I'm just going to try to just increase the quality of my channel a little bit as it starts to grow. We're at 28,000 subscribers, guys, and like I just want to keep going because I'm just really enjoying this whole thing, and it's, I don't know, it's awesome. I talked about this last week. I have my ultrasound coming up, which I'm extremely excited about. I find one of the hardest things about early pregnancy is that, like, I still haven't heard my baby's heartbeat. I haven't had an ultrasound or really anything like that. The only thing that I had to tell me that the baby was okay is that I had blood work done, and like it showed that my levels, like my HCG levels and all that, were continuing to rise. And I haven't had any bleeding or anything like that. So like I'm under the impression that everything is okay with the baby, but I don't really have a whole lot of physical evidence. So I'm really looking forward to that ultrasound. If you watched my video last week, I've chosen to have an ultrasound done at the IWK, which is like a children's, like a specialized children's hospital. They have more sophisticated ultrasound equipment. The reason I'm getting the opportunity to go up there is because I'm over 35. So automatically you're considered more high risk and you have the opportunity to go to Halifax if you wish. I wasn't going to do it at first, but there's like kind of something that happened to me in my last pregnancy that I'm going to talk about right now that I've never really told anybody except for like my husband and a couple of my co-workers just when we were talking. But that really scared me, and that was kind of missed in ultrasound, I think. So if I have an opportunity to go up to Halifax and have like a specialist, like a pregnancy specialist, look at my ultrasounds and kind of analyze my whole situation, then that would make me super happy. So first pregnancy, I had a couple of like very minor complications. So number one is I ended up having a fibroid. I had no idea I had a fibroid until my uterus like grew up enough that it came up above my pubic bone. And when that happened, like a big hard lump the size of like a boiled egg kind of popped out of my pubic bone, and it was extremely painful, especially when I was exercising, and I was exercising a lot. So anyway, like this is how stunned I am, and like I'm a nurse, so like this is embarrassing, and you just get so worked up when you're pregnant. Anyway, I was laying down like feeling my belly, and I felt this big lump, and it was like a hard egg-shaped lump, and I was like, oh my God, like, is that the baby's head? Like, that's what it felt like. But anyway, then one of the surgeons I work with thought it was definitely a hernia. I thought I was gonna have to have hernia surgery, blah, blah, blah. To make a long story short, I have like a egg-sized fibroid. not the end of the world. So there was that, and then I also had a low-lying placenta. But if your doctor tells you early in your pregnancy that you have a low-lying placenta, please don't panic, because the placenta tends to move up the uterine wall as the uterus grows. And so what they'll do is they'll ultrasound you a little bit more frequently and just make sure it's out of the way so that you can have a natural birth and there's no risk of rupturing your placenta. But anyway, so those were like kind of the minor complications, I called them, but they still worried me at the time because it was my first pregnancy, and I feel like you kind of worry about everything. But anyway, but then this third thing is something that, like, I kind of still can't really believe it. I try not to think about it too much. But anyway, I ended up having what's called a velamentous umbilical cord. And like I said, I mentioned that I'm a nurse, but I'm not like a neonatal nurse, labor and delivery nurse, OBS. I know nothing about, I know nothing about pregnancy from a healthcare standpoint. I just know what I know because I was pregnant before. But anyway, what a velamentous umbilical cord is, the veins and the artery in the umbilical cord, they're encased in like a protective coating, obviously, and an outer layer, and then inside they're completely surrounded by what's called Wharton's jelly, and it's like a spongy, like jelly-like, hard jelly-like substance that protects those vital veins and artery. So what happens is, like, the sheath in the Wharton's jelly goes all the way to the placenta, and then the umbilical cord goes right into the placenta and attaches inside the placenta. Well, my umbilical cord, like the Wharton's jelly, didn't go right to the end, so the veins were exposed and kind of loosely attached to the outside. And for whatever reason, that wasn't really picked up on an ultrasound, which I can kind of see because the ultrasounds we have here are not like super duper high tech. I think they're 3-dimensional, 2 or 3-dimensional, and the one they have in Halifax is 4-dimensional. But anyway, and it would be hard to detect depending on the position of my placenta and the view of the placenta. So anyway, this is extremely rare, and very often you end up having a miscarriage because the blood supply kind of separates from the placenta, and then that's it. So after my son was born, and like during the birth, you're in like kind of like a high stress situation anyway, and you're so like, I don't know, you're just like so euphoric and there's so much going on that you don't really notice. But when my doctor went to take the placenta out, they kind of guided out with the umbilical cord. And when she started, she noticed it and she was like, oh my God, Susie, I'm so sorry, but I have to like go in and get your placenta. So she had to like go in with her 2 hands and pull my placenta out. And I was like, oh, is there something wrong? And she said, yeah, you have a velamentous umbilical cord. And like that was it. I didn't know anything about it. And then of course I Googled it. And anyway, turns out it is very rare, and yeah, a lot of babies don't survive that. Had I have known that, I probably wouldn't be like hiking and running every day like I was when I was pregnant the last time. I probably would have been like a little bit more careful. In a way, I'm kind of glad I didn't know, because I would have been like super, super beside myself and super stressed, especially if I Googled it. But anyway, my baby turned out to be like perfectly healthy, and that was that. But now I have like this little bit of fear inside me, even though the chances of that happening again are like slim to none. But anyway, so I'm going to get this specialized ultrasound, and that's happening in just over 2 weeks. So at this hospital that you go to, they will tell you the sex of the baby. I live in a small town, and it's like the policy within our health authority that the ultrasound technicians do not tell you the sex of your baby. And I think that's because there's been some whoopsies in the past. So anyway, but they will tell you at the IWK. So at 12 weeks, not every baby you can tell their gender with 100% certainty, but there's a good chance they'll tell me, and I'm going to have another ultrasound there as well. So I'm going to find out the sex of the baby, and I'm extremely, extremely excited. And to be perfectly honest, I would love to have another boy, And I would also love to have a girl. So I'm not just saying this for YouTube. I told you guys already, like when I was pregnant with my son, I really wanted to have a boy so bad. And I know it's like wrong, like you should just want to have a healthy baby, but I really wanted a boy. But this time I would be like perfectly happy with either. And I'm like just super excited to find out. Who knows, maybe there's twins in there. But anyway, so there's that. I feel so much better this week. And I feel very lucky that I feel better because my last pregnancy, I didn't start feeling better until I was about 14 weeks. So yeah, I'm kind of tired, but I'm not like so exhausted that I can't even function, and I'm not nauseated anymore. It just kind of went away, and so I'm extremely, extremely happy for that. I've been exercising a little bit more and eating better, even though I still kind of have food aversions. So every like once a week I'll have a food craving. It's for like Mexican food now or like something spicy. But for the most part, I just don't care about food at all. And sometimes it's hard for me to make sure I eat healthy because I just don't want to eat anything. Like I just want to eat crackers and toast with butter on it. But that's no good, hey. So anyway, there's that. What else was I going to tell you? I don't know. Oh, one thing I did want to mention. Last week I showed you guys a gift that one of my subscribers gave me. And it was this baby book. I'm not going to like show you the whole thing again this week. But a lot of you asked if you were able to purchase these, and I'm going to leave a link in the description box. I think it's www.charmbooks.com. The lady's name is Anne Marie, and it's like the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. I'm not going to lie, I didn't even look on the website. I just asked her like yesterday if people were able to purchase this. So this was my beautiful baby book. It has like the sweetest little sayings, like it says we loved you before we met you on the outside. And anyway, I just think it's gorgeous, and it looks handmade. It looks like beautifully handmade, and it would be a great gift, I think. So anyway, I'm going to leave that in the description box. The other thing I got was a company called Teddy Blake contacted me, and I'm going to definitely do like a review of this product. And I don't know if I mentioned this before, but when I had Will, I'm not a diaper bag kind of person. I'm not fancy by any means, but in Cape Breton, there's like very limited selection for like diaper bags and things like that. And so I ended up getting a lug purse with like a ton of pockets, and I really loved it. But it's really like super casual. And so this time I was going to go to Winners or like somewhere inexpensive and buy myself like a nice brown leather purse, like large purse that had some zipper pockets in it that I could put diapers in or whatever. So anyway, this company Teddy Blake contacted me, and they offered to send me a leather purse. And purses don't really have anything to do with my channel, but I wanted it really, really bad. So these purses are like, they retail from between like $400 and $800, and they're genuine leather. They're made in Italy. And they're very famous for having a purse that is like, it's pretty much a replica of the Birkin, which is $11,000. So anyway, their Birkin style bag is like $500, and a real one is $11,000. And there's this girl on YouTube that reviews like Louis Vuitton and Birkin and Gucci and like all of the top name brands. She has like a $12,000 purse. And anyway, she did a review of the Teddy Blake bags, and she showed them side by side, and honestly, like you cannot tell the difference, which would be kind of annoying to me, like to have like a knockoff purse. But these purses say Teddy Blake right on them, so it's not a knockoff. They're just advertising to have high quality handbags that are similar styles to like some of the most famous, most expensive handbags. So anyway, I'm going to show you my purse. And again, this is not great lighting. Pardon me. And I am going to do a review of this bag. I'm going to leave a link to that girl's video below too. So anyway, this is the purse. The stuffing's still in it. It is real leather. It's 15 inches. It does say Teddy Blake, New York on it. Can you believe somebody gave me this for free? Like this, like pinch me. This is like YouTube heaven. I'm going to take the stuffing out. It smells amazing. It has like new car smell, new purse smell. And guys, I don't even have a purse. Like, I have my other diaper bag purse and that is it. Like, I am not fancy. I don't know why these people think I'm right fancy. But anyway, it came with a leather strap. I put it on it right away. Like, it has a beautiful leather strap. In my review, I'll like stand up and show you the whole bag. Actually, I'm going to put it on so you guys can see it. So this is the purse. Isn't that nice? That's the bottom. The stitching is like unbelievable. And I'm going to show you the inside. So the inside is like, oh, I don't want to get lipstick on it. It's suede on the inside. It is genuine leather. It's not faux leather. So if you're somebody that doesn't like to wear leather, then this is not the purse for you. And it has these big zipper pockets on either side. I can't wait to do the review. I'm not going to do the review until I get my camera in, because one thing about shooting on an iPhone is you can't really get the angles right, and I really want to do this bag justice. So I will use this for my diaper bag. I'll use my red lug bag for like if I'm going to the grocery store and I'm wearing like yoga pants and a t-shirt, right? But if I'm like dressed up at all, if I'm going shopping, if I was like going out to dinner or whatever, I will use this as a diaper bag. It's a little bit too large for me to use as my everyday purse, but actually for fall, winter, it's not. Because if I had a nice coat on, I would absolutely love wearing this bag. So anyway, that's the bag. So I got that. And the other thing I did was I ordered some Honest Company diapers. So let's talk about like diapers and wipes and stuff like that for a minute. So the only reason I ordered Honest Company diapers is because other YouTubers I watch are like right into Honest Company. And I kind of fell into that trap when I had Wilson as well. Spending a fortune on diapers is the most ridiculous thing ever, but they are so cute and so well made, and they have like cute patterns all over them. So what I did was, when he was a newborn, and they come in like really small, tiny little newborn sizes. When he was a newborn, I bought them. And then as he got bigger, I'd buy like a pack here and there with like really cute designs on them. And I would like wear them on him sometimes. I mean, it's just a diaper. My new baby is going to be a baby in the summer next year. And so there's going to be a lot of times when they like have no clothes on other than a diaper. So it's kind of nice to have these cute little diapers. So I did order some Honest Company diapers. I do like Pampers diapers. And as far as Pampers diapers go, I like the Pampers Baby Dry. I find they absorb way more. They're great overnight. And I just love the shape of them, and they fit my baby really, really well. Huggies diapers, some people like swear by Huggies diapers. They think that they're the best. But when my baby was a newborn, right up until I stopped breastfeeding him, he was like super duper chunky, and I just found that the Huggies diapers didn't fit him as well. So I do love Pampers Baby Dry, and I like the Honest Company diapers just for like a cute, like something extra. The other thing I bought that I'm not going to show is I bought a ton of like little baby face cloths. And the reason I did this is because when my son was a newborn, my sister-in-law, who has 2 babies, gave me some advice. She said, don't use wipes on your baby for like the first, I don't know, the first few months. So I ordered these wipes. They were called water wipes, but they were like super expensive. So basically it's their baby wipes, and all they have in them is water and like a tiny bit of grapefruit extract. So I ordered a bunch of water wipes, which were really expensive, and then I had a bunch of face cloths. So if my baby just peed, I would just use water on a face cloth to clean his bum and his penis and everything. Like just give him a... and if he pooped, I would use these water wipes. And I have to say that I kind of swear by this. Anytime I've used Huggies or Pampers or any other name brand wipes, even the sensitive ones, he always got a bum rash because he has like super sensitive skin. And I think whatever kind of like cleaning agent or whatever they put on the wipes to cleanse the baby skin, or whatever scents are on them, I just think it was too much. Even the unscented ones, I just found he'd always get like a red bum and a diaper rash. So I used water wipes and face cloths and water until he was probably 3 months old, and then I switched over to Costco wipes. Is Costco Canadian, or do they have Costco in the US? I don't know, I'm gonna have to look it up, but they're called Kirkland brand wipes. And again, like, I swear by them, I love them. So 3 months on, I use the Kirkland brand wipes. Then like people gave me Huggies wipes and stuff in my baby shower. And again, anytime I would use them, my baby would get a bum rash. So I stick to the Kirkland brand wipes. Every baby's different, guys. Some of you might be like, oh my God, I love Huggies wipes. They're the best. And good on you. But I like the Kirkland brand, and they're inexpensive. So what else was I going to tell you? So that's it. Oh, symptoms. I got a yeast infection, which I should have known, because the only other time I had a yeast infection in my life was when I was pregnant with Will. I probably got one like 2 or 3 times during my pregnancy. So I got a yeast infection, and I learned something about my husband. He's a friggin' beauty. So my husband was on his way to the gym, and I said, oh, I was like, you're not gonna want to hear this, but I think I'm getting a yeast infection. Like, and he's like, oh. And I was like, yeah, it's not bad yet, but I just have that feeling, like that little bit of like itchy feeling. And I feel like it's coming. I just know it. So he was like, oh, okay. And I was like, yeah, I'll probably either run out later or run out tomorrow and just go get like the cream for it. And I was complaining about it because the cream is gross. I'd rather just take fluconazole, but when you're pregnant, you can't take the pill. You have to use the cream. So that was that. He went to the gym or whatever. And when he came back from the gym, he bought my friggin' yeast infection cream. Like, what a friggin' beauty. And I was like, babe, how did you know what kind to buy? And he's like, oh, I don't know. I just went up and I asked the pharmacist. I told him that my wife was pregnant and she had a yeast infection and whatever. And he bought me my cream. So he's never going to watch this, but that was awesome. Brownie points, 100%. You 100% got some brownie points for that one. So anyway, I got a yeast infection. I'm not having any like gum soreness or anything like I had my first pregnancy. I did notice that I'm starting to get like little tiny pimples. Like I had a couple on my belly and like one on my shoulder, like just little tiny pimples. Not on my face or anything like that, but like probably 3 little pimples on my belly and like hard ones, and like a couple on my shoulder. And I had that when I was pregnant with my son as well. Yeah, so I'm not as tired. I'm not as nauseated. Pimples. What else? Yeast infection. I think that's about it. I'm peeing a lot. And I think that's it, guys. So this wasn't a very exciting pregnancy update. I'm just so excited to find out the gender of the baby. Like, I'm freaking. How about why don't you take a vote to see what it is? Oh, something that's cool. So we picked our boy's name. We knew our boy's name since we had Will, because when we had Wilson, we had 2 names picked out, and we picked Wilson, and then we said, you know, if we ever have another boy, we're going to name him this, and it has never changed. We love it. We're going to name our son that, if we have a son. But we couldn't come up with a girl's name, and anyway, my husband texted me out of the blue, and he came up with like a really super cute girl's name. The only hint I'm going to give you guys is that it's kind of a boy's name. Like, it could be like a boy's name or a girl's name. And the reason like we really decided that we wanted to go with it is because you guys that watch my channel know that Jeff's sister like lives across the street from me, and she has 2 little girls, and like my son and her little girls and my new baby and her little girls, like they just do everything together, and her little girls have boys' names. So her girls are Rory and Andy. And so I just think it would be cute to have like another kind of tomboy kind of name. So anyway, so there's that. And oh, I almost bought a kitten today. And I was so excited because I was like, I'm shooting my vlog and I'm going to be like, look what else somebody sent me in the mail. And like, kitty. So my husband's wanted a kitten for like every like 3 months. He says that he wants to get a cat. And I always said no because I hate litter boxes. I love cats. I love cats. I love cats and I love dogs. And I love kitties. And my dog loves cats. He does. And like not in a way that he chases them all over the place. He's just like so sweet, and he just loves little kitties. So anyway, my husband's away. He's coming back tomorrow. So I went out and I bought litter box and litter and like cat food and a few other things. Like I spent like $100. And I did that super early in the morning while I was waiting for the SPCA to open. And I went down to the SPCA and they had no kittens. They had full-grown cats. And guys, I'm not opposed to adopting a full-grown cat. I adopted my dog when he was a full year old. He was full-grown. But I just think with a cat, if you took a cat into your home and like the cat didn't like the dog, I'd be scared the cat would like scratch him or scratch his eye or something like that. And I just feel like with a kitten, he's so gentle and everything, the kitten would grow up with him and they'd be buds. So I really, really want a kitten. But anyway, so went there, no kittens. I went to every pet store in Sydney because the pet stores in my hometown, they don't sell kittens. They take litters of kittens from either the Abandoned Cat Society or from the SPCA, and they display them in their store, but the money goes directly to the SPCA. So I went to 3 different pet stores, no kittens. I went on my Facebook. I said, is anybody fostering kittens? Does anybody have kittens? I went on Kijiji. Does anybody have kittens? Whatever. There is not a kitten to be found in Sydney, so I don't get to surprise them this week, but I can see us getting like a little kitty. So anyway, I was kind of bummed, but I'm not going to return the stuff because we're probably going to end up getting a kitty. So anyway, yeah, I think that's it. I'm not as crazy. I'm a little bit more calm. I'm not as mad and angry as I was in my other vlogs, which isn't nearly as funny as when I was like freaking out. And I started taking a course. I guess that's the last thing I'm going to say, which isn't pregnancy related, but I started taking an online course so that I can make a transition from working on the floors to working in the operating room. And one of the main reasons I did that is because just working shift work with 2 kids, 12-hour shifts, I'm just not into that. A lot of people do it and like my friggin', I think you're amazing. It's just not for me. I used to be a person that like went to fitness classes and taught fitness classes and like had different types of hobbies and stuff, and I just find with shift work it's too hard to organize your life. I don't like being away from my baby from 7 in the morning till 7 at night and then coming home and having to put him to bed in like a half hour. So I'm kind of changing my career a little bit in the near future, and yeah, my husband got a new job, so he is now going to be a registered nurse first assist, which is just a little bit of a more, it's just a really interesting job. So he's going to be like shadowing a surgeon and taking a course as well. And that job apparently is going to be like 8 to 4 Monday to Friday. So things are getting a little bit better in the Hardy household. Yeah, so guys, that's it. This video is almost a half hour long, so I'm probably going to cut out most of it. But as per usual, give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Give this video a thumbs down if you didn't like it. Subscribe to my channel. When it gets closer to me having the baby, I'm going to have all kinds of different types of videos, not just my pregnancy vlogs. So like what I packed in my hospital bag and all that kind of stuff. And I'm going to do a gender reveal. And once I get my new camera, I really feel like this is going to be a lot more interesting for you guys. But anyway, thank you guys so much for sticking with me. Leave any questions or comments or anything that you would like me to film or any ideas for pregnancy related videos in the comment section below. And I will see you next Friday in my next pregnancy update. Bye.